Dave Lee here, co-founder of Plus This, and today I would love to talk about email. I know it can be a really boring subject or exciting depending on how you look at it. The first time I was exposed to email was back in the late 90s when I was a tech support rep for a software company, and we finally got email as a form to send out patches for our software. And that was revolutionary. Before we had to actually install a patch on a floppy disk and mail that out. And that's the late 90s. That was not that long ago. Since then, email has evolved to become this thing that marketers like you and I use to get in contact with people, remind them of things, get them to actually show up to events, send them promos, get them to buy our stuff. It's become this amazing thing. And we've used these platforms to send emails. Well, recently, it's been getting harder and harder to get emails delivered. And there are three primary areas that you really, as an email marketer, need to keep an eye on. Number one is making sure that your list is clean, that it's validated. And there are lots of tools out there that do that. The problem is they're really manual. You have to download your list out of your system, upload it into one of those list cleaning services or validation services. You get it spit back to you, and now you have to re-import it. But if you want a clean list, you have to go through the pain of doing that. And I highly recommend that you do that. Sometimes you're actually forced to do that by the provider that you're using when they tell you, like, hey, you need to button up your email marketing practices, otherwise they're going to shut you down. And that has actually happened to us. And we're very clean senders. We're careful. And even us have been shut down temporarily to validate and clean up our lists. The second area that you need to be aware of is bots, spam traps, and bad actors. And you can do that by putting form protection on your forms so that bots and bad people don't get in. It checks to make sure they're not using, swear words at gmail.com or at domain.com, and just keep bad actors off of your list. That kind of goes hand in hand with validation. The third area that you really need to keep an eye on really today is engagement. That's a big deal. If you're not sending content and tracking the engagement of your contacts, you're going to get yourself in trouble where the email provider that you're sending through and the recipients, Gmail, Yahoo, and others are watching. They're seeing who is actually engaging, opening, and clicking through. And clicking through is the biggest indicator of that. And if you are sending to unengaged contacts over and over and over again, your deliverability is going to go down. So as you continue to participate in this amazing world of email marketing, make sure you're addressing those three areas in your business. Number one, validation and cleaning. Number two, getting rid of bots, spam traps, and bad actors. And number three, monitoring engagement and actually doing something about it. That's my tip for today.